Good morning, friends. It is such a gorgeous day here in Belgium. It is supposed to get up to the 60s, so I thought I would take you along with me while I do a few things in the yard today. I'm going to start by hanging out this load of linens that I have. This is one of my favorite things to do outside. I don't know why I love hanging out laundry so much, but it's a favorite for me. There is a little bit of a breeze, and it's still in the 50s right now, so it's a little bit brisk. So I'm in this big oversized sweater. Looking a little bit crazy. We're going to be moving some furniture later today and doing a couple other things, but I'm going to start off the morning with hanging out this laundry and doing some gardening. So I'm going to take you along with me. Welcome back to the vlog. If you are new here, welcome for the first time. My name is Megan. I am a homemaker and military spouse living here in Belgium with my husband and 2 dogs, who you will see throughout this video trying to hunt the rat creatures that sometimes dig holes in my yard. I really do love hanging out laundry. I know that seems contrary to what most people feel about laundry. Of course, not that many people hang out their laundry anymore, at least for my fellow Americans. My European neighbors often hang theirs out, though most of them don't have a clothesline. They use clothing racks they can use indoors or outdoors. I really love hanging out laundry. It reminds me of my maternal grandmother who had a clothesline. My mother also loves this. We talk about how exciting it is to hang out laundry, like it's some kind of sport that we both enjoy watching or something strange like that. I don't really understand. It's also really good for the environment. A tumble dryer uses a lot of electricity, and so if you can consider hanging out your laundry, whether you have a clothesline or a clothes rack, or you just haul some chairs outside and then spread your sheets across them, it will save you a lot of money and do really great things for our planet. I'm also doing some gardening this morning, like I mentioned. It is still cool, but that is perfect for what I'm going to be planting today, which is spinach. Spinach is a cold weather crop, and it does better in the cold. Once it starts to get too warm, it will go leggy and start to go to seed and not be great for cooking at all. So I'm using this gardening box raised bed that my husband made for me a couple years ago now, and they're still holding up really well. We felt like this was the easiest way to incorporate gardening into our rental home. So that is the kinds of spinach that I'm planting today, and this box is full of compost, and so it looks a little rough, but it's a very rich medium for the spinach. These are leftover seeds from last year, and I read somewhere that spinach doesn't germinate as well if the seeds are old. So I'm laying down a lot of them, but honestly, I'm just not that worried about it. Something about Belgium's climate, it seems like everything grows here, even difficult crops. I've never had a problem. Also, y'all continue to bear with me with this hair. I'm still dealing with the aftermath of swimming a couple times a week in the pool and the way the chlorine is making my hair so angry. And it doesn't look great from this angle. Honestly, it's just not the most flattering angle for me, but I'm gonna keep it very, very real with you guys. Isn't Eli just the cutest little fox creature you've ever seen? So now we are back to the rain barrel, filling it up to water the seeds in. Sam also really likes the running water from the rain barrel, so he will drink out of the flow that comes out of it, and he will drink out of the water pail, which is fine for me. So I stand there and wait for him to drink his fill, and then off we go. Panning around the yard here, you can see my potted herb garden. You can also see these 3 pots that look like they're pretty well dead, and you're like, oh, so sad. But don't worry, the mint, tarragon, and chives are already making baby plants, and in a couple weeks they are going to be so lush. If you're paying attention throughout this laundry, you will see the 2 hankies I got from the thrift store the other week and the linen napkins, as well as all of my linens from the bed I stripped off today. I'm also swapping out my fall winter curtains for floral spring summer curtains, so they're out here being washed too. This is actually from a different morning, but I wanted to show you guys around the little market or brocante that happens every Friday morning in my village. So we just passed the candy trailer, I guess. They sell the bonbons, and you can see we just passed a truck that specializes in cheese and cured meats. And then here is this big selection from the guy who deals in plants and cut flowers. I'm definitely going to buy some cut flowers from him. I can see lots of things that are interesting me here. Next to him is the smaller produce van. There's a bigger produce van. There is a guy who sells already cooked meats and little pastas and all kinds of prepared dishes. There is an amazing cheesemonger here who deals only in cheeses from the region. He's my favorite. I visit him every single time I come here. But the focus of today's visit will definitely be here at the flower spot. The flowers here in Europe are much cheaper than what you will usually get in the States, and they are so much better quality. I think they don't have to be imported as much as the ones we get in the States. I'm really not sure. Maybe they just have higher standards for florists here. Either way, every florist I've gone to here, from something informal like this to a proper florist shop that will make things to order for you, just does the most beautiful bouquets for the most reasonable prices. This guy also sells plants, so I'm gonna buy a few things to fill up my window boxes out front of the house. We looked at some gorgeous houses when we first moved here that had a lot of character and antique charm, but we chose our house because it had a better energy rating, and it was the smart choice, but it doesn't have the most charm, so I try and fix that with window boxes. So you can see now the flowers I got. I got a little cheap €5 bouquet, and then I'm going to augment it with these flowers, these yellow puffball flowers, which I had never seen before, but the florist told me were mimosa. So I did some research on mimosa, not related to the drink, which is just made with orange juice, and maybe it's the color of mimosa flowers, depending on which proportions you use for champagne and orange juice, but there's no mimosa in your drink. If you are lucky enough to be drinking a mimosa right now. However, these flowers are really popular in France, Italy, Spain. They're mostly grown in the south of France. They are actually associated with femininity and freedom, and I believe originally Italian women who were looking for women's rights started using them as a symbol of their movement sometime in the 40s, and it spread a little bit throughout the rest of the world in other women's rights movements, but it's still most predominant here because these are grown predominantly, as I say, in the south of France and the north of Italy and Spain and etc. I think they're really, really beautiful, and they add a lot of fun to this very economical bouquet. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed making it. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Make sure if you're going to subscribe, you hit the notification bell so you know as soon as I upload. You guys have a beautiful week. Bye!